Here we go with Lieutenant Mark Dopp, who is in Columbus Police Cruiser number 601 from CPD. Lieutenant Mark Dopp, escorting the parade.
We're down, celebrating our event.
Thank you, Lieutenant. And thanks to all of the Columbus police officers who partner with us to make this a very safe and successful event.
United we stand. The Milvets Columbus Veterans Day Parade has begun. The parade banner being carried by U.S. Air Force Jrotc Columbus Fort Hays High School. Thank you, Major Ben Klepick, United States Air Force, and the junior ROTC students of Fort Hays High School.
Here now, the Columbus Police Honor Guard. Columbus Division of Police Honor Guard, the official representation of the Division of Police at ceremonies and military functions. Honor Guard today accompanied by the Columbus Police and Fire Pipes and Drum Band.
And coming around the corner, the 122nd Army Band of the Ohio National Guard. Since 1944, the Ohio National Guard's 122nd Army Band has been a staple of the musical tradition of the United States military in Ohio. Members of the unit hail from every corner of Ohio, plus a few from other states. They're charged with carrying out the mission of strengthening troop morale and building a positive connection between the public and the Ohio National Guard. As one of the finest National Guard bands in the nation, the 122nd utilizes its resources to perform dozens of missions each year across the state.
All right, our first float of the day. Thanks to the World War II reenactors, honoring the greatest generation. The Allen County Historical Society, honored to participate in honoring our veterans with their 1945 Sherman tank. Honorary Tank Commander, Sergeant Major Rebecca Herzog. Thank you again to the Allen County Museum and Historical Society, the Liberty Aviation Museum, and the Sherman Tank Support Team. And thanks to the VFW Ohio Charities for sponsoring the tank and providing some financial support here. And to Cardinal Transportation for providing a bus for the veterans. Isn't that something?
That gets your attention right there.
That's...
We heard yesterday when that made its way into town, and everybody was talking about it. Again, thank you to Cardinal Transportation for providing this bus for our World War II veterans. We see you. We thank you.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your service to our country. Milvets, proud to celebrate and honor the greatest generation.
And here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Warren Motz, on Motz Military Museum. And alongside Warren today is soon to be 96-year-old or 97? Said 96-year-old Mike Perilla, who is a flight navigator on a B-17 bomber in World War II, did the required 26 missions. Mike, was it 26? 25 missions. Yeah, safely flew to Germany and back 25 times. Not only took off, but landed. Hey, Mike, good to see you. Good to see you, Warren.
And included in our reenactors, Major Sachs portraying a World War II doctor, which is his actual military rank. He is a 21-year Army veteran.
So great to see these historic vehicles and the reenactors' uniforms.
Really special.
Yeah. Straight out of a movie.
And Capri Gardens, the newest skilled nursing facility in Lewis Center, proud to show their appreciation of our veterans who have risked their lives for our freedom.
Hello, Capri Gardens.
Hello.
Thank you.
And Crown Point Care Center of Columbus staff joined by 26 veterans who are residents from the facility, including 3 World War II veterans. And London Health and Rehab, thank you to Andrea Cronin and the staff of London Health for bringing Charles Webb, Army Reserve, Gary Funderburg, the Army, Lloyd Anders, Navy, and Charles Kirk, Navy, to enjoy their parade. Wesley Ridge Retirement Community, the 2 vans, Wesley Ridge Retirement Community, Independent, Assisted Living, and Life Centers. Ivan Bester, Noel Castleberry, Richard Chambers, George Schumacher, Ron Topeka. Thank you for being here. Welcome the Bexley High School Marching Band.
Great to see you all. Coming up next is Harry Deal. Harry was in basic training 10 days after Pearl Harbor.
Wow.
Enlisted in the infantry, transferred to the Army Air Force for training, and became an aviation mechanic. Served throughout the war as a crew chief on C-47s. And his service record covers all of the major operations in the European theater, including he landed in Casablanca, flew missions across North Africa, all the way to Tunisia in the battles against General Rommel. Then he flew missions to Sicily, then Italy, then was sent to England and prepared for D-Day. His squadron flew into Normandy on the morning of the 7th, D-Day +1, and delivered supplies to paratroopers in Normandy. His plane was hit by small arms fire, ruptured an oil line, so he and the radio operator bailed out to lighten the load. Plane made it back to England, and he landed alone in a farm field in occupied territory. A French farmer found him in a barn after several days, and finally they got him back to the Allies, and he made his way back to the unit.
Korean War veteran Maria Knepp served in the Army from 1951 to 1955 as a dental technician. She met her husband John Knepp while in the Army, and both served in Korea. Originally from San Antonio, after basic training, she was sent to Valley Forge. That's the first time she saw snow. She has 8 children, 5 biological, 3 adopted, and lives in Clintonville, a member of the Korean War Veterans and the American Legion.
Frank Prince here in the white car is the owner of Toledo's Restaurants in Columbus, our special guest in the Vietnam car. He is a Marine who served from 1969 to 75, rank of sergeant with the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing.
And James Castor, Sergeant 5, Army 1st Infantry, serving 1967 and 1969. Currently serving on the Ohio State Executive Board for the Disabled American Veterans and a life member of the Vietnam Veterans of America.
the blue car, Barbara Clash, from Persian Gulf, a Desert Storm veteran.
And for Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation New Dawn, please welcome Sergeant Samantha Sawmiller from Southwest Ohio, where she grew up on her small family farm. She joined the United States Marine Corps after high school and served honorably on active duty from 2006 to 2010. Master Sergeant Kimberly Tapia of the U.S. Army Reserve serves as the Equal Opportunity Advisor. Over her 14 years of active duty and reserve time, she has continually sought out opportunities to improve not only herself but fellow soldiers. And Second Lieutenant Anicia Gamble of FSC 112 Engineer Battalion out of Brook Park, Ohio, a new federally recognized officer promoted from Staff Sergeant to Second Lieutenant as of April 2019. She serves as a sexual assault advocate for the Joint Force Headquarters of the Ohio National Guard.
And symbolic of our mission to never forget, in the black SUV, prisoners of war and missing in action. Never forgotten. Thanks for joining us today.
Joining us now, the Eastmoor Academy High School Marching Warriors and Warriorettes. Eastmoor Academy High School Marching Warriors and Warriorettes, a 50-member strong band directed by Mr. William Compton, and Warriorettes by Miss Robin Hale.
Here now, the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections Military Honor Guard. Thanks again to the officers of the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections for being one of our special honor guards and for being a longtime supporter of the parade. Color Guard led by Michael Robinson and commanded by Michael Heyer.
And the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections Military Peer Support Unit. The unit comprised of veterans from various eras. They provide support and assistance to fellow veterans in crisis. The unit staffed with ODRC's finest professionals, always ready to answer the call. The Military Peer Support Unit, truly a group of veterans helping veterans. Korean War Veterans Chapter 116 of Columbus. Thank you to our Korean War veterans of Chapter 116 of Columbus. We appreciate you.
And the Jewish War Veterans, Capitol Post 122. Jewish War Veterans founded in 1896, the longest running veterans service organization in the USA. Again, founded in 1896, today joined by a past national commander, Herbert Greff, and Post 122 commander, Saul Law.
Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 3, the Capital City Chapter of Columbus, actively involved in helping disabled veterans. They donate equipment, power chairs, scooter and wheelchairs to veterans and their families. Members volunteer at local Golden Corral restaurants to raise money for the Camp Corral program, which helps to send kids of military communities to a camp just for military kids.
And there's your American Legion Department of Ohio commander, Roger Fran.
Please welcome now Marion Franklin High School. There they are, the pride of the South Side.
Now Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame. Yesterday, 20 Ohio veterans were inducted into the Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame, class of 2019. Governor DeWine presenting medals and plaques to the veterans. The inductees, who range in age from 49 to 98, span 14 Ohio counties and 4 branches of the U.S. Armed Forces. And this year's class joins 875 Ohio veterans honored for their accomplishments after military service.
Please welcome Central Ohio women veterans. There are more than 67,000 women veterans in Ohio, and more than 20% of all new military recruits are women. The Central Ohio Women Veterans Group provide networking and other opportunities for women veterans.
I did. I sent your text back. So yeah.
And once again, we are waiting on Governor DeWine's signature for June 12th to be made Women Veterans Day.
There's a nationwide square float here now. These are proud nationwiders, all members of the Military Associate Resource Group. This group providing resources, networking, and support for veterans, reserve and guard service members, and families. Nationwide is a proud supporter of hiring veterans and the National Veterans Memorial and Museum. They are the ones who earlier this week helped to post 4,000 flags on the lawn of the Vets Memorial, a very, very impressive sight there.
And please welcome Vfw Department of Ohio, the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, a non-profit veteran service organization. We trace our roots back to 1899 when veterans of the Spanish-American War and the Philippine insurrection founded local organizations to secure rights and benefits for their service. Many arrived home wounded or sick, no medical care or veterans pension for them. They were left to care for themselves. Today we're joined by Vfw Department of Ohio, State Commander Dan Faulkner, State Auxiliary President Tracy Poppy, State Senior Vice Commander Fred Lavery, State Junior Vice Commander Jim Hordinsky, and past State Commander David Root. The Marine Corps League.
The Bellewood Detachment, 8508. Thank you, gentlemen. 7-5.
And entering the intersection right now, East High School Marching Tigers. Under the direction of Saida Woods, Marcel Reeder, and Antoine Monroe, please welcome East High School Marching Tigers. Here they come. in Groveport is a 501c3 educational organization founded to preserve, protect, and display the items and stories of the brave men and women who have served to protect our freedom.
Mott's, if you've never been to it, is truly remarkable. It's on 8 acres of land, has armored equipment. All of these pieces you see here, they have a World War II Higgins landing craft, 3 Vietnam-era helicopters, a C-47 from World War II. You see, guys, just a local treasure. And, hey, Ed, there's Ed Reeves, a Vietnam-era dog handler, and Tom King. Nice to see you, Tom. This is an Austrian troop carrier. It's a Pinzgauer driven by Corporal Gene Aldendorfer of the United States Marine Corps. And a 1990 Humvee with Corporal Bob Mullins, USMC, at the helm.
And a 1968 5-ton 6x6 Vietnam-era truck driven by Robert Burns, U.S. Army.
Thanks again to Mott's Military Museum.
Open Tuesday through Saturday. Don't miss an opportunity to see this amazing local treasure where you can see these and other vintage vehicles. Joining us now, Jpmorgan Chase Bank Veterans Group. Jpmorgan Chase recognizes the sacrifices military members, veterans, and their families make for our nation. Since 2011, they've hired over 14,000 veterans and developed programs to support them throughout their careers. They march today to celebrate that commitment.
Now, coming up in the red Camaro, the convertible, please give a warm welcome to Lieutenant Frank Chester. Frank served in Korea from 1951 to 53. Thank you, Frank Chester, for your service.
And now please welcome Mifflin High School Marching Band. Mifflin High School Marching Punchers, led by Drum Major Miles Barber and directed by Dr. Bradley Walsh and by Dia Foster. Mifflin High School Marching Band. Now please welcome Franklin County Veterans Service Commission, advocating for veterans and their families. Sometimes life gets complicated. They stand ready to help.
Now the City of Columbus veterans. Columbus worker veterans. Again, nearly 10% of the city's employees are veterans. Thank you for your service, Columbus, in your daily job, folks, and in your work through the military.
FM 96, so glad you are here today, saluting our veterans.
And helping to partner with MilVets to put the parade on every year. Again, QFM 96, much appreciated.
Dreams on horseback, working with our veterans.
Mentioning earlier Honor Flight and the fine work it does to make sure that our senior veterans are able to go and see the memorials dedicated to them in our nation's capital, veterans from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. No cost to the veteran for the trip. The experience is life-changing and one of the highlights of their life. And at the end of the day, they always receive an amazing welcome home with hundreds of folks at Glenn International. Over 6,000 veterans served with Honor Flights over the years, and it continues. Thanks again, Honor Flight.
Please welcome Huntington, a huge supporter of our veterans, employing veterans. They are serving our community in so many ways. Huntington, thank you. National Church Residences at Mill Run. Thank you. Everybody staying warm out there? Yes!
Now please show your support for the National Guard Color Guard. And right behind them, the Defense Supply Center Columbus on the east side, their fire and emergency services.
Thank you to the Defense Supply Center, Columbus Fire and Emergency Services. Now entering the intersection, the Centennial High School Marching Band. Watch for the Centennial High School Marching Band performing at Walt Disney World this spring. They are honored to be here in the parade today. They appreciate all who have served.
Now welcome the Ohio Army National Guard. Under the command of Major General John C. Harris, Jr., who is also the Adjutant General. The Ohio National Guard consists of the Ohio Army National Guard, the Ohio Air National Guard, the Ohio Military Reserve, and Ohio Naval Militia, totaling more than 16,000 personnel.
All the military vehicles provided by the Ohio Army National Guard, represented by the 16th Engineer Brigade, 37th Infantry Brigade Combat Team, 174th Air Defense Artillery Brigade, and the 371st Sustainment Brigade. Welcome now, Fort Hays Air Force Jrotc, commanded by our very own Mill Vets trustee, Major Ben Klepik. The Air Force Junior ROTC of Fort Hays Arts and Academic High School cadets earned a Silver Star last year in community service. That places them in the top 5% of 900 Air Force JROTC units worldwide. Great job, Fort Hays. South High School Band and Blue Cadet Drill Team. The Bulldog Band, under the direction of Mr. Tony Thomas, assisted Mr. James Kemp with the Blue Cadets Drill Team, under the direction of Miss Ashley Murphy. And the South High School Army JROTC, the Columbus South Junior ROTC Cadets, aka Task Force Bulldog. Westland High School. I love a drum line.
Now welcome to Westland High School Air Force Junior ROTC. Thanks again to Westland High for marching today.
And we were just talking about the naval component of our military community here in Central Ohio. And here they come now. The Naval Operational Support Center, NOSC, the heart of the Navy, serving as the Midwest Reserve Component Command. Oh, looks like they've got some fun stuff to hand out. Let them know you're here. Please welcome the Naval Operational Support Center, the heart of the Navy. Submarine veterans. Coming in now, Columbus Base, United States Submarine veterans. The United States Submarine veterans are marching with a 1/16th scale model of the USS Columbus, an active duty submarine based in Norfolk, Virginia, a Los Angeles class nuclear powered submarine. The motto of USS Columbus is all seas are navigable. The crew consists of 12 officers and 98 enlisted sailors. West High School Junior ROTC with instructors Lieutenant Colonel J.L. Mudd and Master Sergeant Michael Wachter, led by Cadet Battalion Commander Delia Price and Executive Officer Seth Stinson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboy Battalion.
And right behind them, the West High School Band under the direction of Scott Waddell, along with the West High School Westettes.
Joining us now, the Columbus Division of Fire Honor Guard and Apparatus. They're joining us with 3 fire trucks today. Welcome and thank you for your service to our community. And entering now 104.9 The River, an uplifting and encouraging radio station serving Central Ohio every weekday morning at 8:20 a.m. Mornings with Mary and Josh take time to honor our country while classrooms and groups from across the Central Ohio area recite the Pledge of Allegiance. We invite your family to listen for the pledge each weekday morning.
And what would a military parade be without more Jeeps? And we have the Mid-Ohio Jeepers organization, Mojo, established in 2016 with over 1,600 members, the largest Jeep club in the state, and the host of the Ohio Jeep Fest in Chillicothe on the July 4th weekend at the Ross County Fairgrounds. Great job with the Jeepers. Having fun and helping others, and I understand they have quite a roster of Jeeps in the parade today. Great to see.
That wind's really picking up.
Nice of it to join us.
Woo. I'm losing feeling in my mouth. Welcome COSI now, celebrating its active duty and veteran military team, as well as military scientists throughout the decades. The military, including veterans, will receive free general admission to COSI November 5th through the 10th, and families will receive a discount. Visit cosi.org for more details.
And here comes Beechcroft High School under the direction of Jason Weir and Mike Moncrief, along with the Cougar Cadet Drill Team.
Thank you, Beechcroft High School. Please welcome Ohio History Connection. Serving as the state's nonprofit history partner since 1885, headquartered in the Ohio History Center. On 11th Avenue, the Ohio History Connection has a statewide network of more than 50 historic sites and museums across Ohio. They're joined today by a contingent from the Central Ohio Military Museum based in Harrisburg, Ohio.
Accenture is one of the world's leading global professional services companies. The company works at the intersection of business and technology to help companies innovate and leverage new technologies. Accenture supports veterans and the military through its military employee group, which plans events and organizes fundraisers across the country. Over 2,700 Accenture employees are protected veterans, current National Guard, reservists, or military spouses. Thanks again, Accenture.
Franklin County Engineer Cornell Robertson would like to thank all the men and women who served and are serving our country in the armed forces. He would like to extend a special thanks to the Engineer's Office employees walking in the parade today who are also veterans, reminding all of us to support our troops. Your Franklin County Auditor, Michael Stinziano, and team would like to thank our Central Ohio veterans for your service. You can learn more about the Auditor's Office and Veterans Homestead Program by calling 525-HOME or visiting franklincountyauditor.com. They are here to help, and thank you, veterans.
And also thanks today to Franklin County Recorder Danny O'Connor's office for showing their support of veterans, and of course they have their Veterans ID program as well. Thanks again to Danny O'Connor, Franklin County Recorder.
Also joining us today, Miss Ohio Armed Forces. Ray Lehman, daughter of Ben and Sandy Spicer, is the current Miss Ohio Armed Forces, also a student at Central Ohio Technical College in the paramedic program. Again, she's the daughter of Ben and Sandy Spicer. Welcome, Miss Ohio Armed Forces.
And how cool is this with the charity newsies joining us now? They believe that passion. Love
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
Let's hear it again. There it is.
Woo!
Charity newsies believe that passion and purpose promotes pride and future success. Since 1907, they have fulfilled their mission that no child shall be kept out of school for lack of adequate clothing. In the last school year, Charity Newsies clothed over 12,000 children.
A wonderful cause. And welcome now, the pride of Clintonville, the 2019 Wetstone High School Marching Band. Under the direction of Josh Reynolds, the band is led by Senior Drum Major Audrey Beers. The Whetstone Band would like to thank all of our veterans and their families for their service.
Oh, and be still my beating heart. It's the Scioto Model A Club. Honored to join in the parade this year. Isn't this a marvelous display of these wonderful automobiles? Love the Model A. Their mission to create an environment to inspire the preservation of classic historic vehicles.
I feel like I'm going to have to stop you from leaping out into the street and jumping into one of them.
I just want to get onto one of them, yeah.
They are beautiful. Thank you to the Scioto Model A Club.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And entering the intersection now, American Electric Power, AEP's Military Veterans Employee Resource Group. MVERG is staffed by AEP employees who are engaged in events supporting military veterans, their families, and local charitable organizations. Their goals are to promote veterans' employment, recognition, development, and care. Please welcome AEP.
Columbia Gas and NiSource also honored to be in the parade and show their appreciation for our nation's veterans today. And AEP. Please keep our power on today. Thank you. Hi, Columbia Gas.
Columbia Gas, thank you so much.
Again, it would be really good if you could keep it going today.
Columbus State Community College Military and Veteran Services Department is here now. We're representing more than 1,000 students, faculty, and staff who are veterans or are currently serving in the United States military.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And listen, who does it better than the Columbus Blue Jackets when it comes to supporting veterans?
Hey.
Nice to get the win last night for sure. And the team would like you to know about their upcoming Military Appreciation Night. Hello, Stinger. I know you're a part of this too. We're including you. The Military Appreciation Night at Nationwide every year is just truly a magnificent event. Really a wonderful way to celebrate veterans and their service. And it's coming up on January 16th this year. January 16th, Military Appreciation Night at Nationwide Arena. More information on bluejackets.com.
Buckeye Ranch, cruising for children. The Buckeye Ranch restores hope and provides healing services for children and families in central and southwestern Ohio. From mental health treatment to foster care, Cruising for Children raises funds for Central Ohio foster kids and their families to do fun activities and give them a better life with an annual car show.
Beautiful.
The Franklin County Junior Fair Royalty Court. Welcome. Representing the Franklin County Fair, we want to extend a huge thank you to our veterans. They invite everyone to come pay us a visit at the Franklin County Fair, July 18th through 25th, 2020. Turner Construction, representing the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard. Turner's Veterans Network honors, supports, and connects military members, veterans, and their families, creating a home where veteran employees are empowered to preserve their identity and use their skills and experiences to make Turner a better place.
And for the 24th year, all the way up from Waverly, it's the Waverly High School Marching Band. They also performed at Disney World's Magic Kingdom, Epcot Center, and Cedar Point. They perform frequently at the Ohio Music Education Association band competitions too. And it's easy to see why.
The Central Ohio Transit Authority is proud to honor their employees who have served and continue to serve. CODA is proud to present their Veteran Employee Resource Group Color Guard.
There you go. All right, CODA.
Thank you, CODA.
Guys, good time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your service.
It's a good time. Plug Christina Pizzeria and Seco Restaurant. They provided a bunch of us.
No, thank you.
I love Seco's.
You guys good?
The Northland High School Marching Band, under the direction of Alex Gerhard and Sarah Shively. Drill team coaches, Angie Eberhardt and Lynn Jordan. Swisher & Sons Train and American Legion District 12 Commander Tom Rowe. Again, welcome Swisher & Sons Train and American Legion District 12.
Hey guys. Hi kids. How's the kids never get cold? Thanks again to the Grandview Heights Police and the Reynoldsburg Police for joining us here today. Much appreciated. Reynoldsburg has 70 officers, 8 dispatchers, and several other civilian employees.
Oh, I know who that is.
Oh, there you go.
It's Santa. I know him.
Hello, Santa and Mrs. Claus.
That's right, you are seeing Santa, U.S. Marines, and their Toys for Tots campaign. Lima Company, 3rd Battalion, 25th Marines. November 10th is the 244th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Happy birthday, Marines. The United States Marine Corps was established on November 10th, 1775, to augment naval forces in the Revolutionary War. The recruiting headquarters was set up by Captain Samuel Nicholas in the Tun Tavern on Water Street in Philadelphia, considered to be the birthplace of the Marines.
And Lima Company joining us here today. So instrumental in making sure that Toys for Tots occurs every December here in Central Ohio. ABC6, again, a very proud sponsor of Toys for Tots, coming up on December the 7th at our studios, 1261 Dublin Road. You can also, of course, drop off your new unwrapped toy at any Toys for Tots box. You'll see them all over various retail outlets in Central Ohio between now and Christmas. Looking forward to having the Lima Company guys and gals working with us again on December 7th.
What a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone. Mill Vets of Central Ohio, thanks you for your support and well wishes. And please remember our veterans this Monday during the National Veterans Day observance. Thank you for your service, and thank you for being part of the Central Ohio community. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bundle up and enjoy the day.